Hello. Have you ever grown mushrooms? Well, up until last year I hadn't. I'd made a couple of attempts and I'd popped a couple of videos up on the channel for a laugh, showing my failures. But I'd always wanted to grow mushrooms. And so some years ago I sent for some mushroom spawn, I sent for a kit. What I didn't realise was the amount of work that was necessary to grow these mushrooms, and they definitely needed to be indoors or at least under cover, and I didn't have the facilities. There was nowhere I could do that at the time. So I tried to grow them in crates outdoors, and that was an abject failure. It was a failure. So what I had some crates with straw and horse manure in them, which I'd inoculated with the mushroom spores, and I wanted to terminate that sort of experiment. So I emptied it out on a raised bed and just raked it out and used it as a top dressing. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, did those mushrooms come a year later? Did those mushrooms come a year later? Is that where it's heading? Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking that might happen, but it didn't. Okay. So what I did was, I think it was the following year, I was out with Molly. We were walking through some farmers' fields and we found some field mushrooms. So we picked them and brought them home. And I thought I'd make a fun video, I thought we'd have a laugh. So I took the mushrooms outdoors and sat them down on my lawn in the grass and tried to make it look as though those mushrooms had grown in my lawn. Took a bit of video, uploaded it, but right at the end of the video I actually owned up to what I'd done. Me and Molly collected these today. I was just basically having a laugh. But wouldn't it be nice if you could grow mushrooms in your lawn? Right, let's move on. The following year, mushrooms grew in my lawn. Yes, they did. And here's some video to prove it. These are mushrooms growing in my lawn. Check this out, then come back to me. So that was mushrooms growing in my lawn. I didn't put them there. But what I started thinking was, well, will these come every year now? Bearing in mind, I've gardened here now for well over 20 years and I've never seen mushrooms in my lawn. But they've grown. They've grown. And I was thinking, was there anything that I'd done to encourage this? And would they come back the following year? Well, hey, check this out. Check this out. I've just shot some video through the kitchen window and I've left these mushrooms for 2 or 3 days and they've grown a bit bigger now. I can afford to leave them. Nobody else can pick them. They're in my garden. Can you see it? Can you see the mushroom? It's right in the middle of the picture. Have you got it? This is the mushroom. Hey, how about that? The back. That's the first one. I wonder if we'll get some more. We'll find out over the next few days, won't we? Yeah, we definitely will. But I'm going down to pick some shortly. I'll pop them on this table, let you have a closer look. But think on this before I do that. When I took those field mushrooms out into the lawn, into the garden, and sat them on the lawn, is there any chance that I dislodged some spores? Is there any chance that the mushrooms growing in my garden now came from the wild mushrooms that I sat in the garden a year earlier? Is that possible? I don't know where they come from. Right, let's go out, pick a few mushrooms, pop them on this table. Let's do that. Okay, Here we go. Mushrooms for one. Hey, mushrooms for one. I've pulled it off, I've grown mushrooms, I don't know how I've done it. It's all guesswork. I have no idea how these mushrooms have come to grow in my garden over the last couple of years or so. I've been in here 20 years. Tell you what I'm going to put it down to. Good karma. Good karma. So I'm putting it down to. Yep. If you think you know what caused these mushrooms to grow after all those years when they didn't grow, hey, let me know. Let me know. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. This is Homegrown Veg, signing out.